All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our next reading of Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warga. It's our third installment. And last time when we were reading the book, our main character, Jude, had visited her brother in his new apartment. He moved there so that he could pursue his dreams of helping to change the country, which his parents were a little nervous about because they were comfortable with the way things were. So we'll pick up right where we left off. When Mama first tells me it's just us sitting at the kitchen table, sharing a snack of feta cheese and olives. It's only a visit, she says, to see my brother. My heart drops into my stomach. Her brother lives an ocean away in America. We have never visited him because it is not an easy place to visit. It is a long trip, an expensive one. It is not a trip you would take for no reason. We are leaving, I challenge her. I look in her eyes, demanding she tell me the truth. Sunlight streams in through the cracks in the blinds. She used to leave our windows all the way open during the day. Only for a little while, she admits, and I can tell she wants to believe what she is saying. She wants to believe it for both of us. What about Baba? I asked, and watched Mama's big dark eyes fill up with tears. What about Isa? The tears spill over. She tells me that Baba has to stay because he cannot and will not leave the store. She tells me that Isa will not leave. I wish he would, she says, holding out her hand to me, and I know she means it to be comforting. That we both wish this, but it only makes my heart hurt more. Why do we have to go? Her eyes are still wet. She squeezes my hand tighter. I'm sorry, but I cannot wait for things to get worse. We cannot take the risk. But things might not get worse, I argue. I'm thinking of everything I heard that night in Isa's basement. Ideas about hope and freedom. Mama puts her hand on her stomach. Jude, she says, I need you. I need you, she repeats, to help us. My eyes study her hand, her belly, the rise and fall of her breath. And all of a sudden, I see all the pieces and how they fit. My eyes are still watery, but I smile. A baby? I say, because I am worried that if it's not said out loud, it's not true. Yes, she confirms. I slid out of my chair and snuggle up to her belly, pressing my ear against the soft fabric of her dress. And I swear I can hear a heartbeat. I am learning how to be sad and happy at the same time. It is our last day, and I am supposed to be packing. Fatima and Auntie Amal have come over to say goodbye. I wanted to have a big party, but Mama said no. She says there is no need to make a big fuss. When we will be back soon. But the way she says soon, with the click of her tongue, makes it sound like a wish instead of the truth. Even though we aren't having a big party, Auntie Amal still brought me sweets from Chez Marina, which is my favorite bakery. Mariana went to Paris to study, and her bakery is filled with tarts stuffed with full of rich creams and cakes that look like they belong in a fashion magazine. Mama says that only tourists would pay Mariana's prices for cake. Mama says the word cake like it's just an ordinary food, which is strange since everyone knows that cakes are made of magic. I am on my second slice of cake, my hands sticky with the vanilla bean icing, when Fatima says, You won't forget me, will you? I laugh and my knees go weak, so I sit on the floor, but Fatima swats at me. Don't laugh, she says, and her voice cracks thick with emotion, driving a rushing river between us, with her on one side and me on the other. I want to swim back toward her, but for the first time ever, I am not sure how. When I look into her movie star like eyes, I see real worry. I couldn't forget you even if I wanted to, I say. Fatima gives me that take me seriously face. She always wants me to be serious. She likes dramas where people fall in and out of love and into love, where they cry and sigh and cry some more. I like comedies where people laugh and then laugh some more. No one ever tells people in comedies to grow up. Fatima walks over to my bed and sticks her head in one of the boxes that I haven't sorted yet. She picks up two scarves, one for each fist, and waves them like she is at the finish line of a race. Are you going to bring these? What she wants to ask is, are you going to wear these in America? Are you going to grow up without me? I take the scarves from her, one by one, and neatly place them in the one bag Mama has given me to pack up my whole life. What would you like to eat? She asks me in English, and we both laugh. How are you doing today? She says. A broad face has a smile. For years now, we have practiced English phrases. I wonder if speaking English in America will be anything like speaking English here at school. I wonder if anything about America will be like it is here. I'll write to you every day, I say. Promise? I nod, and the river that rushed between us before begins to dry up. And even though I am leaving and she is staying, it feels like we're standing on the same shore again. When I say goodbye to Baba, he hugs me tight, his arms saying everything that his lips don't. His tight embrace tells me to be good and to listen to Mama. His tight embrace tells me he is going to miss us a lot. My brother has come over to say goodbye too. It is all five, my mind corrects, of us in the same room, and I wonder when, if, it will ever be like this again. Isa picks me up off the ground and twirls me around. When he sets me back down, he gives me a wide smile, the type of smile I haven't seen on his face in a very long time. The type of smile he used to wear when we would spend hours reciting movies and singing along to our favorite songs. I don't understand how you can be so happy, I say. I'm leaving. I say the second part in case my brother forgot, because recently he's been forgetting a lot of things. To come home for dinner, to pick up the phone when we call, to let us know that he's okay. I see Isa's smile falter a little, and somehow this makes me happy. A little bit. Aren't you going to miss me? I ask. He pulls me close and whispers, Yes, but you're going to have so much fun in America. It's going to be an adventure. He must be able to tell I'm about to argue with him, because he kisses the top of my head. Then he brings his face close to mine and whispers in my ear, Be brave. My knees lock, and I am about to tell him I don't know how to do that. But then I see Baba hugging Mama. He is gently patting her stomach, and I had never seen Baba look so proud and so worried all at the same time. And that's when I realize I don't have a choice. I am going to have to learn how to be brave. We're all going to have to learn. All right. Part two. So we're on to part two of the book, and it says arriving. So it looks like the second phase of her journey. The plane flight is long. Our seats are near the back of the plane. Mama pressed against the window and me pressed against her. While Mama sleeps, I look out the window. When the sun rises, I can see the ground below. It all looks so tiny and far away. I gasp, but no one hears me. From the window of the plane, I see a muddy river framed by green rolling hills that are dotted with houses. I wonder which of those houses will now be mine. We arrive in a city that I cannot pronounce, a city called Cincinnati. When the plane lands, Mama and I are quickly directed to a long line for people like us, people who are not from America, people who are trying to enter. The line moves slowly. My eyelids feel heavy, and my body does not have any idea what time it is. It is finally our turn. We are called up to talk with a man sitting in a booth, under a sign that says immigration. The man beckons us to step up closer. He has kind blue eyes that seem tired. Everyone in the airport seems tired. He starts talking, and I know some of the words that are coming out of his mouth, but my mind feels sticky and I can't quite catch the meaning. Back home, I was always good at English. I was one of the best in my class at having pretend conversations. I think of practicing simple phrases with Fatima right before I left. I think of how easy they came to me then. How are you? Good. Thank you. Are you hungry? Would you like to go to lunch? I would like a sandwich, please. But this man is not asking me simple things like if I am hungry or what I would like to order. He is asking real questions that I can barely understand, like, why are you here? And how long do you plan on staying? I glance at my mama and her newly swollen stomach, and I know this part is my responsibility. I am the one who knows English. I am the one who needs to talk. But I'm failing. Words of all kinds of them bubble up in my throat, but nothing comes out. Mama reaches into her purse and hands the man an envelope. We watch as the man opens the envelope and looks through the documents. He studies each one as though it were a precious artifact, and every organ in my body holds its breath as I watch him make up his mind about us. Your uncle lives here, he asks me, giving me one more chance to prove myself. You are coming here to visit him? Yes, I say. Yes, yes. It is clear as crystal. Relief bubbles up inside me. One word in English, but it seems to be enough. The man stamps our paperwork. Welcome to America. We are lucky. I know this because Mama tells me over and over again. As we walk down the narrow hall towards baggage claim, Mama whispers under her breath, and I know she is referring to the fact that our papers worked, that we are not still stuck in that line, that we were not sent back. It is so strange to feel lucky for something that is making me feel so sad. My uncle is not what I was expecting. He is tailored suits and a fancy wristwatch. He has perfect English and a big car that purrs as it hums down the street. He meets us at the airport with his wife, my Aunt Michelle, and their daughter, my cousin Sarah. When he sees my mother, his whole face lights up. He has my mother's smile. He has her eyes, my eyes. My mother rushes to him, and I feel her exhale as he wraps his arms around her, and something inside me twists. I don't want my uncle to think that we needed saving. I don't want to owe him anything. I cross my arms over my chest to show them, my uncle, his wife, his daughter, that I'm not a stray animal they need to adopt. But my resolve starts to fade when his wife walks toward me and clasps my hands in hers. Welcome to America, she says. Her voice sounds like an American movie star, clear and sprinkled with sugar. She looks like an American movie star, too. Honey blonde hair, big, light eyes, and casual elegance. Call me Aunt Michelle. We're so glad you've come to visit us. She is looking at me, telling me not to worry, that I don't owe them anything. I smile at her and find my words in English. Thank you. All right, so we'll stop there for today. They're meeting their relatives in America for the first time. Well, in the mother's case, first time in a long time. And I look forward to continuing this story with you again soon. Have a nice day. All right, guys, I'm done.